So now the last thing we need to do is actually start this car up. I've got everything back in place. We need to start this up and see if it actually runs. So let's go and see what we will see. So as you can see, the car's running, but we do need to adjust a couple of things. The ignition timing is not still sorted out, so we'll look after that in a second. Once the car's up to temperature, we'll sort that out. But everything looks to be okay. If I go around the back end of the car, it's the first time it was started up, it's a little bit of smoke because there was a little bit of oil down there, but subsequent startings, the engine's not blowing smoke, so that's all good. And now we have to look at the ignition timing. Because I've had the distributor out on this is the distributor here, this one here. I've actually had to remove this article and pull it out, and that's the adjuster screw for the distributor. Now this is on a center swivel, and if I get a 12mm open-end spanner, I can undo that and I can rotate this around, which will change the ignition position. Now the ignition timing is, well, it's on the end of the valve, the camshaft, the first camshaft here. So basically it rotates with the engine, and this particular distributor here distributes sparks to each cylinder as the rotor turns around in here. But to get the timing correct, we only really deal with cylinder number 1, and we adjust this around here to change the position, or the firing position. On the other side of the engine, there's a few more marks here. This is the pulley, the timing pulley down here. This right down the works here. And I don't know if you can see it terribly well. I'll try and get a little bit closer. There's a few marks on the outside of the pulley, down right down the works. See that down? There's the mark on the pulley there, and there's some marks on the timing cover itself. And what we need to do is move the distributor around whilst it's running and alter that timing mark so that it's pointing around about 8 degrees before top dead center. And there's a little mark on the timing cover itself that shows you where that point is. Now, to get this correct, we need a timing light, and this is one here. It's a pretty old one. Basically you hook it up to cylinder number 1, little sensor, and it's connected up to the battery. Now what this is basically a strobe light, and as it fires, as number 1 fires, it will give a flash, and of course the timing pulley will appear to be stationary, and so whilst the thing's running at idle speed, which is around 800 RPM, which is basically normal operating temperature, you can move the distributor around and then lock the thing up and get that position exactly right. And I've done that. I've done it before. It's pretty easy to do. It doesn't really need much explanation. So there you have it. The engine's running correctly and not blowing smoke, and all the work's done, and it only cost me really maybe $150 if you're lucky, way less than that. Worth doing to get a car on the road that was a little bit tired, and I'll give it to my daughter or something like that. And my name's Mark Wilson, and thanks for watching.